Hi ladies, well I'm really behind this month. I didn't get my kit until last week and I haven't been able to look at it before then because I had a craft show last weekend and classes and I was just swamped. So I'm a little behind, so we're gonna be really busy the next few days and so I can get everything done that I need to get done. This is the paper pumpkin for September and I haven't even opened it. So let me get it opened and see what we have this month. Okay. Okay, my little label and my nicely wrapped paper. Let's see what's in here this month. Oh, a Cajun Craze spot. Oh, some cute little stamps. And oh, look at this. We've got some adorable treat holders. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't need treat holders. I don't work anymore. I'm retired, so I don't have a need for them. So I'm going to put one together so you can see how it's done. And then if you want to see some alternative projects, you'll have to come back. I will share a few with you, but I keep most of my projects for my customers because that's their special treat, is to see the alternative ideas. Okay, we have some Cajun Craze twine. We have some raffia. We have the cards. We have some bags and some sheets of what looks like a grass skirt. Ooh, sounds like a good idea for a scrapbook page. These are straws and some tags and tags. All right, let me get my directions out. We'll put the first one together and then I'm going to work on some alternative ideas. So I'll have some other projects to share with you. If I can get this thing out. They always package it so nicely so it doesn't get all bent up. Okay, so let's see. What's the first thing we need to do? Oh, we have to stamp the white tags. So I have to punch out a white tag. And let's see, are there two? Yes, there's two here, so make sure when you do that you separate them. I didn't see that, so I punched out an extra one. And let's see, what do I want to stamp it with? I think I'm going to use the Truly Thankful. So let me get a block. And I'm going to try something. If I do this here, and I think I'm going to do a leaf on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is put them on here together. I might use a different block because I want to make sure I can get it all on here. Okay. And you know me, I like my curls and swirls. So I'm going to put that there. Now, by putting them all on my card and making sure they're straight, so I'm going to use my grid paper. They're all on my tag, so I can make sure they're sticking to my fingers. And this is moving, so I'm going to hold it. And please ignore my nails. I should have taken my nail polish off. They're in bad shape. Okay, there. Then what you can take and do is come back with your stamp, like so. Take it off, and you have everything you need already lined up to put on your block. Now I'm going to use my big pad since I have it. I'm going to ink it up. Okay, it's all clear. And then I'm going to make sure it gets in there correctly, I'm going to stick it down there. Hopefully my head wasn't in the way. And look at that, all stamped, ready to go with space in between. Okay, So I did that. Now the next thing they say to do is to open up your treat bag and insert the white, these are the support pieces, into the bottom of the bag. Now we have to, let me get some of this out of the way, adhere this around the bottom of the bag. And here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a little bit at a time. And since my seam is here, I'm going to make this the back of the bag. So then I can overlap it. And again, I'm just doing a little piece off, lining up the bottom. And I turn it some more. I'm kind of using my finger to help keep it away from the bag. And there's that one. There's that. And there's that. And as you can see, it just barely meets. So if you do it so that this piece is in the back, if it doesn't meet perfectly, you're still okay. So we've done that. Now they say to curl the ends of the pieces of the fringe with a paper straw. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my piercing tool, because if I don't, I'm going to bend that straw and mess it up. I have a heavy hand, and I know I have a heavy hand. So what I'm going to do is just use my treat. Now the trick here is to get, because the top of the bag is also split, to get just the fringe part, and just work your way down. You really need, I'm going to do a few at a time. It may take longer, but it'll be better than trying to do too many at once, because you've always got one that doesn't want to cooperate, like this one. This one has given me a fit from the beginning, so I'm going to do it by itself. So I highly recommend you do 2 at a time for this. It goes pretty quickly. I know you don't want to see me do this, so I will either cut out some of this or speed it up. Might do better on a pencil. I don't know if I have one in here. My family likes to come in here and take all of my pens and pencils because they know I have them. Okay, now we're to the next side. You can actually place one on top of the other and curl it, and that works really good than trying to keep them separate. So little hints like this are the kinds of things that I give my customers when we're making these kinds of things. Oops, I missed one. No big deal, just go back and curl it down. Okay, 2 more. It really does well if you do 2 at a time. Just make sure that your strips are both going the right way. That one was twisted, and if I'd have curled it, it would have curled in instead of under. See, like this one, it's having a tendency to do this, so you want to make sure you flip it around. Okay. Almost. All right, last side. Okay, my last 2. Oh, there's my granddaughter in the background. She's a happy girl today. Okay, there we go. Now it says to place a treat inside the bag. I just so happen to have some Hershey Kisses in here for my ladies, so I'm going to put some of those in there. Oh, need some more. Okay, now, then you want to gather the bag and press down around the treat. Okay. And it says to, oh, I'm going to need my paper straw. Do you ever do that? You need something and don't take it out, and then you have to let everything go when you get it just right. I'm going to really scrunch this down. And then this, they say to put down in here. And my suggestion would be to put your straw in and then crunch it, because I'm having a heck of a time getting the straw down in there because of the way I scrunched it. So, much better. Yes. And see, you can always straighten it once you get it in there. Now, it says to wrap the raffia. Again, I did not take it out beforehand. So you need to take out a piece of the raffia, and you want to wrap it around the straw. And now, when you do this, make sure you can come all the way back around to the front, because remember, there's my back, so you have to keep that in mind. And then they want you to tie it in a knot. So you push it down, and as you can see, I have a spot that's not tight. So I'm going to pull it, there we go, and adjust it. I'm going to tie it in a knot, and I wouldn't worry about making this real fancy. I would just tie a straight knot, and since I do have enough left, I may try a bow just to make it cute. All right. Then you want to take your scissors, cut your extra piece of raffia off. I'm not saving this. It's so tiny, there's not much you can do with that. I may regret it later, but I'm not going to. And then I'm going to adjust my straw so that it's up straight. I'll push this down, pull these down, and then what we have to do is tie on the tag with the twine. Let's see where they tied it. Looks like they added it around it from the picture. Let's see. And they have individual pieces cut. So you need to take out one. And I'm going to try something. I'm going to use my pokey tool here and see if I can't push this up underneath. There it is. There. And I'm going to put this in. I'm going to tie a knot. Now, when you do this, you want to make sure that it doesn't hang too low. Let me show you. You don't want it to hang too low. So I'm tying a knot. And to get a knot tight, you may have to pull all four, 2 and 2, like so. Then I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to take and I'm going to pull that knot up to the top so that it's not that visible, and I'm going to let my tag hang down. So there it is, the treat from this month. Now my mind is already racing with some ideas for some of these things, so you'll just have to come back to see what I do next. Thanks for seeing me today.